Hey everyone, this is Surya from LawFren and एक चीज बतानी थी तुम्हें. While talking with Aparjita, Sujit, Roshan and a lot more students. These are just our under 100 rankers in LSAT 2025. There are a lot more, you can check out other pages. In सबके साथ when we were talking, there was one common thing. You can also check this with on their ये podcasts that are out on our YouTube channel. वो podcast देखोगे ना तो सब में पता चलेगा. Everyone repeats one thing. How essential it was for them to regularly attempt quality mocks. Not just attempt those mocks, but also get them checked by professional mentors and inculcate whatever they have learned in their next mock. Attempting mocks regularly is very, very important for that matter because NLSAT jo hai na, how much knowledge do you have, how much knowledge you can accumulate is up to a certain point. After that, who does better depends on how much they practice. These exams don't test your knowledge, unlike JEE, NEET, and all of the other. NEET, for that matter, if I compare it against that, it does not test ki how much you have remembered. It does not test ki how much you have accumulated over the years. It tests your skill, your writing skill, your analytical skills, and all those things. To some, it comes naturally. To some, they have to build it. And these people, मैं अगर बोलूं तो these are the pinnacle of both. They are so hardworking. Continuously, they have given all the mocks and sectionals that have been provided to them. Unmatchable. So why? कुछ लोगों के दिमाग में चल रहा होगा कि यार पार्ट ए के इतने सेक्शनल्स देने की जरूरत ही क्या है, वो तो क्लैट जैसा ही होता है. श्योर, क्लैट जैसा ही होता है क्योंकि तुमने आज तक जितने मॉक टेस्ट दिए हैं दे आर जस्ट रिफर्बिश क्लैट पेपर्स. बीट एनीवन. कोई मॉक टेस्ट उठा के देख लो, रिफर्बिश क्लैट पेपर ही होगा. वेरी इजी क्वेश्चंस. क्वेश्चन के आंसर में भी, ऑप्शंस में भी जाओगे ना, यू वोंट नीड टू लुक एट द पैराग्राफ्स. यू कैन ऑलरेडी चार्ट द रॉन्ग ऑप्शंस आउट बिकॉज दे आर जनरली क्या एआई जनरेटेड होते हैं. वो यूज्ड वर्ड्स होते हैं उसमें जो एक्सट्रीम वर्ड्स, ऑलवेज, नेवर, उन सबको देखोगे तो हमारे ये तो ऑप्शंस में यू विल चार्ट आउट, यू विल फाइंड द करेक्ट ऑप्शन. What you want are mock tests that are curated to the point. Curated to the point कि properly तुम्हें NLSAT का experience दें. कैसे पता है? This is a question in NLSAT 2025. If you have attempted our AIMT, the free AIMT we conducted for NLSAT 2025, or for that matter, the free AIMT we conducted for the first free AIMT we conducted for NLSAT 2026 on 9th of July, तुम उसमें देख पाओगे कि you won't be able to differentiate between the questions asked in the actual paper and the questions that we ask. That is what all these people have said. Go check the testimonials on our YouTube channel and website. अभी क्वेश्चन आ जाता है, ओके, या प्रोवाइडिंग दीज मॉक्स ऑन अ रेगुलर बेसिस, तुम करते हो क्या, फ्री मॉक टेस्ट सीरीज करते हो, बट द प्रॉब्लम आई फेस इज आई एम नॉट एबल to attempt them because I think I'm underprepared for them. This is the solution. And yes, guys, we are at our day 4 of 10 days free NLSAT Lecture Marathon series. Up until this point, main point questions are over, inference questions are over, part B answer writing, legal answer writing is over. Today we are at specific detailed questions. The entire point of this lecture marathon series is to equip you with the basic skills that you need to go and attempt a NLSAT mock test paper. Got it? Not the NLSAT actual paper. These lectures are not at all enough. These lectures are enough for you to go ahead and attempt sectionals and mock tests with confidence and improve from there on. Yes, yes, yes. You want a full-fledged preparation where you get good quality mocks. जो free में यहाँ वहाँ बिखरे होते हैं या फिर पैसे देके भी जो तुम mock खरीदते हो, those are not enough. And for that matter only, we have our batches, obviously, guys. I am reintroducing to you for that matter the LawFren Pro NLSAT 2026. The reason why I'm introducing this to you because this is not some ordinary batch. This is the culmination of LawFren's 6 individual courses that we have put out for NLSAT 2026. Got it? 6 individual courses. Do you think it's only that much? No. Apart from these 6 individual courses, you will be getting access to all the courses that we provide before NLSAT 2026. Be it our unlimited mock test series that we give, be it our early access to our crash course, you get everything. Summarize कर दो इन सब courses में क्या है, तो you get the early access की बात तो हो गई, instructor of your choice, If you don't like one instructor in a particular batch, you can switch and learn the same thing from a different instructor on a different batch. Apart from them, unlimited mock test की बात तो हो ही गई है. जितने भी mock test we produce before NLSAT 2026 on our platform, you have access to all those. Does not matter कि किस course में हो तुम, because you have the subscription of the website for 1 full year. अभी के लिए, अभी के मैट्रिक्स में जो 6 courses हैं, जो if the people have subscribed to all the 6 courses at around the price of 1 lakh or something, they will get 25 all India ranked mock tests, 20 part A sectional tests and 20 part B sectional tests. But now if you buy it at a discounted, heavily discounted price of 24,999, you will have access to all and all of this with everything that we release in the future before NLSAT 2026. And I hope you are really interested in this. Visit our website, and with that said, guys, let's start the video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the video. And मेरे opinion में specific detailed questions are the easiest type of question that you will come across in the paper, because unlike other questions that have been asked to you up until this point, you do not have to identify something. You do not have to per se collect something from different parts of the passage. You do not have to infer something or agree or disagree with something. Specific detailed questions are very easy. ठीक है, स्कूल में होता था ना, पैसेज में ये बात कौन से पैराग्राफ में बोली गई है. The board exam papers we used to attend, wherein we were asked to identify a specific synonym of this word from the passage or something like that. These are not exactly your inference questions. These are very basic lookup questions. For these questions, you need not analyze the passage in entirety before attempting each question, but you need to know कि passage में which thing was said where, and for that matter, go and look up in the passage. I call them the lookup questions in my language, but yes, since these questions are also very prevalent in your NLSAT paper, let alone in 2025 ke paper only, I guess there are 2 questions like this. One exactly like this, the one that we are discussing today. Apart from that, another one that was clubbed with something else, but also something very similar to this only. So yes, this video we are going to deal with these questions. I know you must be thinking ki why are we dealing with these questions if these are this easy, but that's where the trick is. कभी कभी होता क्या है ना, सबसे easy thing में we do one mistake, overconfidence. So in this video, I will not be teaching you how to solve specific detailed questions. I will be actually teaching you कि कैसे specific detailed questions में गलती नहीं करनी होती. So yes, the questions will look something like this. According to the passage, what is the primary reason for X? Reason. What? See? What? It will ask you what. The passage states which of the following? Which? See? Which. What does the author say about Z? What? And do you see the interrogative words? They ask you for specific substance. They do not ask you, the questions do not ask you for your inference. What do you understand? What remotely resonates? Nothing like that. The question asks you, what do you get from the passage? Not what do you retrieve from the passage? What you can infer from the passage? What do you get from the passage? So yes, these questions check your precision in rating. This is not a critical thinking question. This is a reading comprehension question. These questions ask you कि how well or how thorough are you with the chronology of the facts provided in the passage. ठीक है? अभी तुमको ये भी लग रहा होगा यार ये बहुत easy होता है. Problem क्या होती है मैं बताता हूँ. The passage, a specific thing or a specific name or a specific number for that matter, may be repeated a lot of times in the passage, and that repetition should not mean is not necessarily uniform. बहुत बार अगर एक चीज 3-4 बार repeat हुई है, हर बार it may be used in a different context. So what happens now in those passages, pinpointing a correct answer becomes very difficult for you. So yes, you need to have a very same active reading mentality while solving these kind of questions. So you must say grounded in the text. Similar rule जो बाकी चीजों में भी लगता है, जिसमें भी लगेगा, do not breach the contours of the passage, and it appears strictly here because in other senses, inference question or anything else, there is still an iota of a wherein you can move around an idea, because if the passage is this, but still the idea, the contours of the idea is slightly bigger than what the passage suspends it to be. So you still have some space for moving around, but herein you don't. Stay grounded, stay within the very textual limits of the passage. Focus on specific clearly referenced. Clearly referenced means clearly mentioned details. Inference में क्या होता है? You need to read between the lines. Here just read the lines. not anything beyond. Look out for names, dates, places, definitions and everything. Contextualize your data, and then answer it. डेटा के आगे पीछे ऊपर नीचे क्या है, then answer. एंड जनरली आगे पीछे ऊपर नीचे का पॉइंट है, एक दो तीन लाइन की ही बात है. Whatever answer you have, you need not scour the entire passage again to get the answer or to recalibrate your understanding of the passage पूरा properly again to get your answer. No, एक दो लाइन में ही आंसर होगा. So you need to be very careful with that. And do not go around reading the entire passage if you don't find the answer to this. That will just kill more time. These questions do not demand that much of attention, but demand a good lot of caution. So yes, with that said, let's move ahead. What are the various strategies that I have formulated for solving these questions? Strategies for writing, pardon me, strategies for solving these what? Specific detailed questions. Firstly, look for keywords. Always look for keywords. I call these anchor words. Look for anchor words and scan. Look for keywords, the specific name, dates, concepts, and scan the passage. Scan the passage. While you read the passage, while reading the passage, actively read and identify all these things. Okay? Keep a mental note of all these things and do not rely on your memory. This I will tell you multiple times. इस चीज में होता क्या है ना, नेवर रिलाई ऑन योर मेमोरी ऑन दीज काइंड ऑफ पैसेजेस, बिकॉज ये रिकलेक्शन से, अगर इजी रिकलेक्शन से हो जाता तो व्हाई वुड दे आस्क अ स्पेसिफिक डिटेल्ड क्वेश्चन टू यू. गॉट इट? But that does not mean that you repeatedly go around and read whatever has been said in the passage multiple times. No. Keep a mental note. Okay, this has been said in the passage. Actively scan through the passage. ये name, dates, concept जब भी हो ना, keep a mental note of them as anchor words. Okay, a name was introduced in paragraph 3. I know. A date was introduced in paragraph 3. I know. Just keep them there. And when something similar is asked in the question, go back to there, not to the entire passage. Go back to that particular point. Do not memorize. Do not base your complete answer on recollection. But yes, have active ये माइंड, भेजा हमेशा गर्म रखना भाई, ये सब करते हैं. सो हाँ, मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट वन. गिव मी अ मिनट गाइस. पैराफ्रेज बिफोर लुकिंग एट ऑप्शंस. इसका मतलब क्या है? ठीक है, दो चीजें मैं बताऊंगा, थोड़ी कंफ्यूजिंग लगेगी, ध्यान से सुनना. पहले करो क्या कि वंस यू हैव रेड द क्वेश्चन, गो टू द ये पॉइंट where you think the fact is. Identify the fact. Before taking the fact and jumping right into your answers, first read the fact mentally. Is I told you कि mental recollection पे भरोसा मत करो and all of that thing. ठीक है, right now only. But ये recollection तुम नहीं कर रहे हो, ये summarize करके नीचे आ रहे हो. You know why? Because a lot of times होता क्या है ना, words in the wrong answer are much more similar to the words they use in the passage, but they misidentify the idea. वहां कर देते हो तुम गलती. वहां तुम होता है क्या, आइडिया गलत आइडिया को दे विल क्लैड इन द ये ऑफ सिमिलर वर्ड्स. तो वहां पे तुम्हें करना क्या है, गो अप, रीड द आइडिया, summarize it in your mind, come down and see if it matches the spirit of the idea or not. Got it? Then if both look very similar to you, if you can do this, ये करके summarize करके आइडिया नहीं ला पा रहा, यार गलती होगी, then the second best step to this is do a word for word check. ठीक है, वर्ड फॉर वर्ड चेक करो. यू सी कि एवरी वर्ड उस पैसेज में जो मीनिंग के लिए स्टैंड करता है, does every word also stand here for the same meaning? And if you find anything like any kind of exaggeration, any kind of added info, any kind of distortion with the same word, with the same word from the passage used here, if that exaggerates, adds more information and distorts, then it is the wrong one. Even if different words from the passage are used here, still then if it matches the tone of that line and this line, then that is the correct option. So these things ना मैं बोल रहा था ना, specific detailed question, these are the ये ऐसे fundamentally तो बहुत easy होते हैं, but this is not a lecture on specific detailed question about how to solve them. It is a caution, it is a warning about what mistakes not to do. Got it? Then exactly how I said, be alert to very subtle twists. They borrow words, as I just mentioned the problem they do, but change the meaning very slightly. Words तो similar ले आते हैं, but meaning they slightly change कर देते हैं, थोड़ा change कर देते हैं. And you think the line that has the very similar words, that is written very similarly to that line, that is the correct option. Therein you choose the wrong option actually. They insert irrelevant but true sounding facts. अभी सेंसेशनलाइजेशन की बात, ठीक है, पैसेज के कॉन्टोर्स के बाहर की कोई इरेलेवेंट सी चीज बता देंगे, या फिर पैसेज के, अभी इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या है पता है, तुम्हें पैसेज के कंटोर्स के अंदर भी रहो, ऊपर की कुछ बात है, नीचे का कुछ इरेलेवेंट पर ट्रू साउंडिंग वर्ड इसके साथ बताएंगे, तुम पता ही नहीं कर पाओगे करना क्या है. In all those things, look out for what motive was that specific or those specific lines were written. ठीक है, उसको देखो, आइडिया ऑफ द लाइन को देखो, मेंटली पैराफ्रेज करो, नीचे आओ, देखो आइडिया को कौन कैप्चर करता है, उसको समझ नहीं पा रहे हो या फिर वो हो गया स्टिल कंफ्यूजन रह रहा है, गो फॉर वर्ड बाय वर्ड चेक, सी कहाँ पे एग्जैजरेशन ज्यादा हो रहा है, सी कहाँ पे नई इंफॉर्मेशन ऐड कर दिया या फिर कुछ डिस्टॉर्ट क्या रखा है यूजिंग द सिमिलर वर्ड्स. गॉट इट. लुक आउट फॉर ऑल द सटल ट्विस्ट, दी सटल ट्विस्ट है ना, तो ट्विस्ट है ना, इन सब के लिए कीप योर आईज ओपन. एंड द क्वालिफायर ऑलवेज, समटाइम्स, बोला ना, एक्सट्रीम, extreme, seldom, always look out for extremes. It is very rarely, until unless that piece is exceptional and very opinionated, it is very rare that extreme circumstances ko they will take into account and use such words in the option. Got it? So yes, be very 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 careful. So these are the various strategies for attempting. Extension of these only, as you always do. Common distractors क्या होता है? Avoid guessing from memory. Memory से guess मत किया करो. Don't do that. Do not recollect stuff. Go back to the passage. Do not trust your recollection. Trust the text. Passage देखा, okay, यहाँ पे चीज होगी. Go back to the passage and read that again. Do not read the entire passage. When I say do not recollect and go to the text, I don't mean that kill time by reading the entire passage. While reading the passage on the first go, give a mental note of around all those anchor words. Read the question, go back to those anchor words, read it again, summarize it, come back to the question. Then what do? Idea match, word by word match, look out for subtle twist, as in distortions, exaggeration, added information. ठीक है, इसमें भी एक और लेयर ऑफ चेक क्या डाल दो, अगर वो सब भी नहीं है एडेड इंफॉर्मेशन में, जो एडेड इंफॉर्मेशन उस अभी दी गई है वो पैसेज के अंदर तो होगी, बट जहां पे वो एंकर वर्ड था और जहां से वो एडेड इंफॉर्मेशन उठाई गई है, प्रॉक्सिमिटी उन दोनों में नहीं होगी. गॉट इट? ऑल क्लियर? आई होप दैट इज very confusing similar details. It is everything I just mentioned to you right now. ठीक है, passages often contain multiple people, events or reasons that seem alike, same लगते हैं, so rush मत करना, double check करना. You can double check. This is the only question I will tell you कि go back to the passage again. ठीक है, unless other question भी जा सकते हो, but तब तक उतना important जब तक नहीं होता, नहीं जाने को मैं बोलता हूँ, but यहाँ पे जाओ, go back to the passage, read that specific point. वरना you will make a mistake, because the entire pith and substance of this question wants to test that how good of a reader are you. Got it? And picking an option that adds ideas that moves beyond the of the passage. So sound smart, the option might sound smart, but that is not correct. Okay? So don't look out for being a smarty pie. Be an actual smarty pie by restricting yourself to the contours of the passage. With that said, now let's move to the question that we were discussing, that we are comparing our mock test questions to in the beginning of this lecture, and try to solve it. Yes, let's restart. In 2022, while granting bail to Alt News co-founder Mohammad Zabir, Supreme Court rejected imposition of a ban on social media activities. Gag orders have a chilling effect on the freedom of speech. And by the way, I have told you also one thing. For this passage, I have to read the entire passage because मेरा मानना है कि हर passage साथ में ही पढ़ता है. We will talk about the ideas, learn how to read passages and all. But हाँ, one thing that I always tell you about is specifically थोड़ा पहले questions पढ़ लिया करो, ठीक है? So that you get a easier hold of what to answer or what to look for in the passages. But okay, पढ़ते हैं. This gag orders have a chilling effect on the freedom of speech. I got the main point of the passage here on only. When you identify the main point, I got the main point from here on. Just a minute, guys. I got the main point from here on only. This week, the court appears to have turned the clock on the back on a right. It had soundly defended once at probative podcast. Ranveer Alawadia case. Oh, India's got latent wala case hai ye. Comment on a YouTube show set off a controversy earlier this month from airing content. What is the claim here? The court has set a troubling precedent for free speech. Got the idea. क्या मेन पॉइंट क्या है कि कोर्ट ने जो पहले बोला था अभी उसको स्टैंड नहीं कर रहा. द कोर्ट हैज सेट अ वेरी ट्रबलेंट प्रेसिडेंट फॉर फ्री स्पीच ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे. ओके, strong disapproval of Allahabadia's comments, shame to families and societies, relief to Allahabadia in the form of protection from arrest, allowing the FIRs against him to be clubbed together, yet the imposition of punishment in the form of gag is concerning. FIR उसके अगेंस्ट हो सकती है, सब उसके अगेंस्ट हो सकता है, सबको अलाउ किया और उस पर गैग भी लगा दिया that he cannot produce online content. The court must ask itself if it wants to give further ammunition to the political class that has straight up कि कोर्ट को खुद को पूछना चाहिए कि जो पॉलिटिकल क्लास को ऑलरेडी that is so much restrictive on our fundamental right to freedom of speech, how much does the court want to benefit them? With an allocated result across party lines, Shreya Singhal case के बारे में भी आ गया. Supreme Court said that gag restrictions have a chilling effect. Shreya Singhal versus Union of India, read that case. IT Act के बारे में है. It will help you in your Part B answers. Read as in just go and see current affairs में how it stands. DPDP Act भी आ रहा है. Everything is coming around the corner. So yes, do read it. The speaker is now expected to anticipate legal deadlines such as restrictions and empower arbitrary state action, incentivize frivolous complaints, and create an environment in which free speech becomes a privilege of the powerful, not the right of the people. Very good question. Privilege of the powerful, but not the right of the people. It is also worrying that when hearing another matter, the bench referred that Allahabadia case and sought the government's response on whether it is considering addressing regulatory vacuum in online content. Oh shit! The bench also says कि regulatory vacuum है Allahabadia केस को रेफर करते हुए, तो करो कुछ. पार्लियामेंट में ऑलरेडी उनके बीच बातचीत चल रही है and bringing online platforms on legal scrutiny. Regulation is good, but over regulation is bad. I can already predict that. हाँ वही लिखा है. श्रेया सिंघल केस में जो वार्न किया गया था सेल्फ सेंसरशिप वही हो जाएगा. As the case proceeds, Supreme Court must reconsider these directives. In an era where digital platforms are new public sphere, judiciary must remain vigilant against tools of suppression. Got it. Passage is very simple compared to other passages इसमें मैं actually arguments, claims सब point out करता हूँ. This passage is very simple. I guess the main point and argument are very clear. So let's see कि specific detail question क्या पूछा गया. अच्छा, as per passage, why did the Supreme Court reject the imposition ban on Mohammed Zubair's social media activities? There were no legal provisions to impose such ban. Outside of the scope of passage. Gag orders have a chilling effect. Exactly what the words wrote. Just a minute. Court believed social media bans are unconstitutional. ये कब बोल दिया कोर्ट ने? कोर्ट तो खुद बोल रहा है कि social media bans ये should be what new restrictions should be put on them. And even in the ये मोहम्मद जुबैर केस वहां पे तो वो कुछ रिमार्क किया भी नहीं कोर्ट ने. Social media bans, how can they be unconstitutional? There should be some kind of vigilance over our freedom of speech also. But extremity is bad. So yes, C is also wrong. Zubair was not found guilty of any wrongdoing. वो कहाँ बोला गया यार? उसको तो बस बेल पे छोड़ा गया था. Very easily you can, if you just read the passage ऊपर से, you can see B is the correct answer. So what did I apply here? I need not even go back to the question because I have some recollection of the same because it is fresh. I suggest you go back to the question when specific detailed question comes up. But what are the steps to be taken in a specific detailed question? First, anchor specific data and everything in the passage. B, when you read the question, go back to the specific paragraph, read the data, paraphrase, come back here. Herein, find the idea. If the idea is similar, go word on word search. इस word on word search में देखो कि कहाँ पे subtle twist है in exaggeration, new information or distortion. Got it? All of that done. That was how you deal with specific detailed questions. So everyone, I hope you liked this video. Practice, keep practicing. Go visit our website, our Telegram channel and everything, and get a hold of how everything is working around, how all are preparing. And yes, with that said, this was Surya from LawFren. Aim to be.
Are you preparing for 3-year LLB entrance exams but feeling overwhelmed and unsure where to start? Do you struggle with finding the right resources, guidance and clarity, all in one place? Tired of institutions selling just mock tests or rebranding old materials meant for other exams and charging a fortune for it? Introducing LawFren, your one-stop solution for 3-year LLB entrance exams. LawFren brings you cutting-edge tools to supercharge your preparation. With our exams portal, you can participate in live All India tests and instantly see your rank, giving you real-time insights into your performance. Practice questions on individual topics, sharpen your skills, and get exam ready with confidence. LawFren, aim to be.